Okay, hey everybody. I am here today with Kyle Carpenter, who is awesome. Kyle, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do?
Awesome. So I am with Midwest Family Marketing. I help businesses leverage the tools of the internet to make money. More specifically, I help them with website design and search engine optimization. And that's what I'm extremely passionate about.
I love it. Awesome. So Kyle and I met, ironically, through LinkedIn because we have a mutual client. Shout out to William Thomas Jewelry. And so we got together for coffee and started hashing it out, and we found that we have some similarities that we want to discuss today.
Yep.
So, okay, let's talk a little bit more about like that SEO, search engine optimization. What would you say is the biggest complaint that people have when it comes to SEO? Like when people are coming to you and they're like, hey, question marks.
So a lot of clients that I get and start working with, they come to me and they ask for SEO, and I always ask them, well, why?
Okay.
And I ask that question because I want to understand how much they understand about search engine optimization. And a lot of people don't even understand that SEO stands for search engine optimization because the company that they worked with before didn't explain that to them. So my number one goal is to make sure I educate them on exactly what it is before I decide whether or not, like, oh yeah, I can help you. And so I educate them on what it is, how it works, what the tools that we're going to use and how we're going to do this. And then I need to understand what their goals are overall. Are they trying to rank for certain keywords? Are they trying to increase traffic to their website? Once those people get to their website, what do they want them to do? So that's typically how I work when I work with a client that wants SEO. I ask them why, and then I educate them on what it is, because typically they don't know, or they haven't been taught that, because I want them to understand I'm not just here to do something in the background and you not be able to hold me accountable.
Right. Got it. Okay, so for the people out there, you know, I'm sure we all know of, I don't know, have heard of SEO, and we've heard of, you know, like, oh, well, especially for people like me who, you know, just are really, really busy, but we want to increase our business. How do you guide people in finding the right SEO person? Because like you just said, they were like, okay, this person previously, like they didn't even know what SEO stood for. So how do you tell somebody who's looking to potentially increase their business through SEO, how do you guide them to find the right person to work with?
I would say the number one thing is somebody who's willing to educate you. Anybody who promises you right away, oh yeah, I can get you tons of clicks, I can get you tons of traffic to your website. You have to be kind of wary of them, because it's kind of like the snake oil salesman that will say, yeah, I can do anything for you, and then you really have no idea what they're doing and how it works. So somebody who's willing to actually take the time to educate you on what it is and how it works and why you need it, rather than just saying, this is, you need it, and all your competitors are doing it. I like to do what we call SEO audits. So I'll break down their website on everything that's going on and then walk through it with them.
Nice.
So that they understand, this is what this means, this is where you can improve, this is what, you know, I think we can start attacking to help you rank more or help you reach whatever your goals are.
Nice.
So I think, to answer your question in summary, somebody who's willing to educate you on what what search engine optimization actually means.
Awesome. Okay, I love that. That's awesome. So education is key. If you're looking for someone, obviously you should hire Kyle. You should contact him, and we're going to put his info in the comments below. But one other thing that I wanted to touch on, because we worked with this, you know, with our same clients, maybe not the exact same client, but with our respective clients, is that, and we had a conversation about this a little while ago, where I had received a message from someone on LinkedIn, and she had been to a talk where someone was saying that if you do not have personalized stock images on your website, that you were going to be essentially like demoted or not ranked as highly. And so then I reached out to you because you were the only person that I knew who had, you know, lots of SEO knowledge. And so that was an interesting discussion that we have. So let's talk about that.
Yeah. So typically there are businesses who want to use stock images because they can go get an account.
It's easy, it's fast.
And it's easy, it's fast. They put it up and they create these websites that have stock images. Okay, that's kind of like putting a Band-Aid on the problem overall.
Yep.
Why it's not good is because search engine optimization allows you to put things like alt text behind the image to describe what that image is of. And now you've done a couple things. You can't do it properly and have it customized to what your business does. And two, if your business is similar to somebody else's and they're using the same images, now you've honestly subconsciously discredited yourself.
Ooh.
Because if I go to your website and I see these images and then I go to this other website and see the same images, I really don't have anything to differentiate you guys.
Right.
The first thing I look at are images, and the next thing I start looking at are your headers and stuff like that. So with personalized images, you can put alt image text, which is stuff in behind the scenes that your search engines read to understand what this is about, and Google likes to see that kind of stuff because you're making it accessible to people with disabilities too.
Oh,
so
okay,
they don't necessarily, they're not necessarily able to see it,
right.
but it'll be described to them.
Yep.
And so that'll help you rank higher, but doing personalized images allows it to be unique to your company. And when I'm navigating your website, you're creating a unique user experience, and it's taking your brand one step further. Right? You talk about your brand, you know, boast your brand out in public. Then when I go to your website, I see stock images, doesn't really jive. But if I have images that are of your location, of you, of your people, it goes a lot farther in them feeling like they know you and they fit with your company.
In addition to obviously increasing your business presence and your ranking on SEO. So really, there are so many pros to having personalized stock images, so much more consumer trust, you know, all the reasons that you listed, but just that overall like turnover rate and how your site ranks, how much higher you're going to show up in Google, and how much, like the point that stood out to me is, you know, like the people with disabilities, you know, being able to get that information. So it's like with a stock image, it's like you're eliminating a whole other demographic that can't even view or understand your work because you're not putting as much information on it because you can't.
Yeah, so you can put information on it, but it's, you know, picture of flowers.
Like, it's not as custom and tailored to your business.
Other than it being like, this is a picture of, you know, if we're staying with the flower thing, this is a picture of ABC company's floral arrangement, including these flowers, And so now you're able to put your name into it, it's your floral arrangement, and you can be ranked higher when people are searching for that kind of service.
I love it. That's super, super helpful. I don't know about you guys. I hope you found that as really helpful as I did. So I'm going to put Kyle's information in the comments. I highly suggest go give him a follow, go send him a DM if you are somebody who's in need of SEO services, and we'll see you around.